Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and happy November. Wow, I can't believe it's November already. So I hope you had a wonderful Halloween. A bunch of trick-or-treaters showed up, took all my candy. Every year I'm kind of like, I always buy candy I like. And they always seem to come and take it all. Next year I think I'm going to shut the lights off. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this month's kit that is available on my Patreon account is called Pine Trees and Poinsettias, or Poinsettias and Pine Trees, one of the two. It is available through Patreon. It's available on all three tiers. The first tier, which is $3, so you get all my digital kits for the month. I'm not saying this is the only one. There might be more. There might be additions onto this. It kind of all varies, but it's guaranteed at least one kit per month, and do my best to put it on the first of the month. So here we are, November 1st. It is, like I said, Pine Trees and Poinsettias, so it is geared more toward Christmas, but you know, you need to start doing Christmas ones in earlier than December 1st, so I decided to do that for the November kit. As well as the last freebie I put on my Kofi account was the fall one. So they are still on my Kofi account. I do have 2 pages that I'm going to show that are in this kit that I'm going to put on my Kofi account as part of the freebies as well. So you can still get a couple freebies from me through Kofi, but if you want full kits, you can subscribe to the Patreon kit. Now, if you have not done that before, I did notice the people that have signed up for the tiers, like say they paid on the 28th. I got a note saying that on November 28th, they'll be charged again. So my interpretation was for Patreon is when you sign up for a month, then you get charged at the first of the month. And that might have been just how a person set it up, but it's not true. So if you sign up, well, today's the 1st, you would get charged on the 1st of the next month for it. If you wait 2 weeks and sign up on the 14th, you'd get this kit because it's November, and then you would get charged December 14th. So it doesn't look like it backs them up together, is from what I can tell. I could be wrong, but that is what I've noticed so far in the people that have subscribed. Okay, so with further ado, Pine Trees and Poinsettias. All right, I do have some backs that I'm going to show you if I printed them. I did print, everything has a back, so when I go to make a kit or journal with it, I have them pre-printed. But I'm not going to show it if it's not part of the kit. And I also printed, I haven't cut the borders off on these. My printer, I still haven't figured out how to print them full. But Pine Trees and Poinsettias. And again, I tried to make them so that when they get folded, there is something, and then maybe a writing space or something like that. So there's the first one. And this is the second one. There is some nature things in here because, you know, you're out in the wilderness. So this pretty little bird here. And this page is also included. It is watercolor swashes, very similar to the colors for these, so I loved it for that. And here is a cabin in the woods with trees and snow and lots of grunge for that. And this is another piece. It is a little bit more folksy, folk arty, with just some trees and some berries randomly scattered throughout the back of the page. And I think it goes very well with this next one. And it is a serene scene in the woods. Snow falling at night. I love it. And then I have a gingham version. I have a second version of this in a different color. But there is that with that. So there's kind of, in this kit, there is more beigeish tones and more bluish tones, and you'll see when I get to the freebies and coffee that I've kind of put the two together. So there's kind of like two versions of this kit, or two ways you can put them together. They do coordinate color wise, but there is a more bluish tint and there's more beigeish tint. Okay, another beautiful tree scene, fence in the distance, some berries, writing. Oh, there it is. So there is 2 versions of this plaid. Hopefully you can tell on camera. They're very slight, but this has more of a creamy beige tone, and this is more of the brighter tone. So just to kind of go with both collections. All right, I have another bird on some berries, pine trees in the background. And this is another one of the pages. I love this. It is poinsettias and pine cones for the pine trees. And it is, again, on that creamy beige side, but I love it. very fun to go together with that. All right, and then I have a poinsettia with some pine boughs, some acorns, and some berries. And that's generic. And then, so there's two of them. They're different. They're not just flipped and reversed for these. But there's two different poinsettias with some just writing in the distance for that. And, nope, that is not part of it. All right, so we got a farm road, barn, tree that's been decorated with Christmas, mountains in the distance. And this is one of the pages that's included, a little bit more of a grungy generic page. It's got some like lace background and some dirty grunge on there. A little bit of like newsprint in the background. But that is also included to have background pages, but you can see the colors go well with that together. And I've got this, which is a scene from a little town, little Christmas craft store, little pine boughs in the distance. And again, folded on one side, a little bit of writing space. That's just a beautiful picture. And this is also included. It is like two ledger pages put together. There's like a little Ripley effect for where it was torn. Page 466 and 467 put together, but this would make a great great page just to have in a journal, be able to write on it. Very neutralish colors. Okay, and another scene from the same town. Trees and this, there's actually a little flag there. Snow's falling, little bough trees. And this is another one of those background pages. Similar to that in color, this one's a little darker. Words in grunge. Looks like stamp things in there. But a nice, easy page to put as a background. Got some greenish, reddish tones to it. Okay. More pine trees. A road to a little farmhouse. Very simple. And then we have a plaid that is similar to those watercolor stripes, but just in a plaid version. And again, very cute colors that go with all those, very coordinated together. Love it. Here is another farm, but it's on that blue version versus how this is, well, that was a blue version, but I think the one before it, there's that farm. This one has more of the cream tones. This one has more of the blue tones. And more pine trees. And, oh, I just printed that lighter blue gingham, but you can see that goes well with that. I printed that twice. Okay, upside down. All right, if you saw my fall kit, I had that storefront for the pumpkin patch, and I loved it. So now I have another storefront for Christmas crafts. Again, this would be beautiful as a center page. Nice lamp, some garland, very fun. And I printed that poinsettia page again for the back of that because I thought that was great with that. Okay, so what's also included is some tags, and here is the first set of tags, and I think I buried them. I cut them out already. Yeah, I did bury them. So I cut a set out of these, and basically the way that I made them to be was they could be individual. So you got a little journal card, a little side pocket, but I also designed them so they could be layered together to make a fun pocket. So there would be this pocket. I haven't inked any of it. There is some brown around these to kind of imitate a little bit of inking if you cut it good enough, but I did not cut that one good enough for that. So they don't have to necessarily go together. You could definitely mix and match, or just put two of them together, spread them out, and attach it to something to make a taller tag. Same with this one. This is a Christmas tree tag. Now these would probably, you could stack them up a little bit higher to see the peak of the tree, some stripes and some more trees on the bottom. Or again, like I said, you could spread it out and have it go like that. Mix and match. Put those together. Be very cute together. And glue those down onto a page, or mix and match with those. For that. But yeah, so there is the two sets of tags, again, each individually, or I did create them so that they could be layered together. This one is a tag version, and this one is just a journal card version. So that is those. And I have a second set of pockets, and kind of all over the place. I've got the lines. I didn't put any color in here because I figured it was kind of a waste of ink, but I do have it outlined in brown, so that it can be Let me just put those to the side for now. Let me just show you what I mean. I'm just gonna cut that. I should have cut this out first, but I didn't think about it. So pardon me while I cut this, but it shouldn't take too long because the lines are all straight. So I did create them, like I said, with a little bit of brown on there so that they could sort of look like they were inked a bit. And I probably should take a bone folder, or not a bone folder, my, what do you call it, board? Scoreboard, and score these, but I'm going to err on the side of I can fold straight. So I've made them so they got the little pockets there, and then there is a lovely little pocket. And it can be glued down to the corner of a page and be able to stick something in there. Right, fun. So I got that. It's got a little bit of the house, piece of poinsettia, piece of plaid, little farm with the tree, and a little bird. So little snippets from the pages, but they make little fun little side tucks for that. Okay, so that is, those all come in the part of the kit that you pay for. These also come in the Patreon kit, but these two sheets are going to be available in my Kofi account. So this is the few of the cards, more leaning toward the beige like I was talking about, and they have a bit of a like a parchment border on there. Might be hard to see up close, but there's just, so when they get cut out, they have a bit of a border. You could cut them down closer to where the brown line is, similar to those pockets and everything. But I thought those were some cute representations. A lot of these, this could go just in a card as a decoration. Could print it on some heavier cardstock and make it a side tuck on its own. This bird would be adorable as a little side tuck. Or you could also cut them out and use them as an embellishment. Something like this, you could easily put just like a little label on there and it would be done and cute. So there is the first one that's in the freebie, and it's, like I said, more beige. And then the second one is leaning more toward the blues. And so I have that sky one. I put it in two separate ones so they look a little bit different. The birds, another of the pine trees, a little bit of writing. This would be cute with a little label down there. Just a cute little forest scene. And then another barn, the background trees, and a background plaid, which would be a great little focal point throw on there and be done. So like I said, these two are part of the freebie that is going to be, or the whole freebie that's on the Kofi account, but they are included with the kit. Now, if you are one of the members for the Patreon, the email should have gone out last night or early this morning. I forgot when I sent it to auto set. And but if you didn't receive something, please let me know so I can figure out what went wrong, or if I did something wrong, or what's going on, to make sure that you get the kit on a timely manner. So if there's any ever issue with them, please let me know. First kit, new, took me a minute to figure out how to get it uploaded, so hopefully I did it right. But it shouldn't be too bad to figure it out if we don't. But I love it. I absolutely love this kit. It is very fun. And like I said, I definitely see two different versions of kits coming, two different journals coming out of this. I believe there was 22 or 24 pages, and I should have looked it up. I'll put it on the screen. How many pages there were, not including the pockets, etc. And the tags, but how many kits I have for to be printed. And I like that, like I said, that we've got some fronts and backs that can be mixed and matched. That's not one of them. Fronts and backs can be mixed and matched and put in places. So I love it. I'm very excited for him. So again, if you want this kit, you need to go to my Patreon account. Link is in the bottom. If you just want this one, you can sign up for a month and download the kit, and then unsubscribe or wait to see December. I haven't figured out what December is going to be, but it's probably going to be something, maybe snowmen, cold, because winter, January, snowflakes, icicles, that kind of thing. Some cold, something cold. Because it's January after all. Okay, well, that is going to be it for me today. I appreciate each and every one of you to stop by, and I hope you really love this kit as much as I do. And that's it. Thanks so much for stopping by. As usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.